Chapter 76. At the bottom of the chapter, Sauce we ride through the ruins on Adu's back, a scenery which doesn't change. The same stone wall continues spreading out. Sauce we advance steadily, but the scenery doesn't change. It's as if we weren't advancing at all. The corridor continues. It continues endlessly, enough to make me think that there's no end. Ugh. At this time, that feeling has salted me, the feeling which makes my heart freeze, right, the feeling of wanting to urinate, toilet, when I look around searching for toilet. A familiar mark has appeared on the corridor's wall. The gentleman mark. Adu, stop. Dishu tilde, Kuki Ukiput Nadu uses the emergency brake. Nyanya tilde because of Adu's sudden brake. Chico who sat behind me crashed against my back, but I must quickly do my business now. I get down from Adu and walk through the door. I do my business into a familiar white urinal. Phew, that was refreshing. That was a close one. Jupo water starts automatically flowing, washing the urinal. Suda I was my hand in a basin with a mirror. Kukuzuba the water automatically flows out when I put my hands under the tap. The soap also automatically comes out. I wash my hand properly. I wash the soap down with water. When I put my hands under a hand dryer, a warm wind dries my hands. Yash, Gakabadan I leave the restroom. Something strange. It's strange, right? Hey, Why is a J.A.Payne's restroom here? Gaka I walk through the door with the gentleman mark again. Inside the room is unmistakable J.A.Pan style restroom. The HELL. I was pressed by the urge to urinate and never noticed. It's men's J.A.Payne's restroom, not dungeon at all. Nyanya, what is this place Nya? What were you doing Nya? New. A facility unknown to me. Adu doesn't know Tudishu tilde. The others suddenly entered the restroom, because this is a men's toilet. I don't think Chico should be entering. Let's not mind it this time. Zaza Nyanya, water came out. Nyachiko puts her hands under the tap and plays with the water. Adu tilde Zaza Adu starts doing the same thing Chico does. The water flows out of the tap. Just how does this mechanism work? It doesn't seem to be moving with magic. Ensan observes the tap. I think it works because of the sensor, but that seems troublesome to explain. It will become, how do I know that? Kind of thing. Besides, not just the restroom's tap, the water in the urinal is automatic too. The light from the ceiling that looks like a magic tool is LED light, right? It feels like a part of J.A.Pan was transferred here. This is run with electricity, isn't it? Somehow mysterious place. I don't feel magic at all. Adu has fun tilde new. It may run on a different system. This place may be a holy place temple. Dishu ni holy Dishu. Everyone looks around the restroom with sparkling eyes. It's not a holy place or anything. It's a pretty restroom, though. But I feel uncomfortable with Adu and the others here. Animal ears don't match the restroom. I can't relax. The combination doesn't fit. However, wait a minute. If this is a J.A.Payne's style restroom, electricity should be coming here from somewhere. Automatic washing urinal? Sensors on the tap. It should be running on electricity, right? If that's the case, aren't there cables leading from here to a generator room? And possibly, it may be linked to J.A.Pan. If that's the case, Ensan, could you try to tear this wall down? I point at the wall with the urinals. If my conjecture is right, there should be electric wires behind this wall. Is it okay? I think that this is a holy place, but it's alright. It's just a normal room. Alright. I understand. Then, I'm doing it. Dokan tilde. NN? Nyanya. Dishu? Impossible. No wonder Ensan is shocked. There's not a single scratch on the wall. It's unscathed after receiving Ensan's punch. What is happening? This room. Ensan's punch can break mountains. One more. Dokan tilde. Nunyo. Ensan groans. There's not a single scratch after all. Ensan's punch is not working. Just what is happening here? Nunyo. Again. Dokkan tilde. The wall is unscathed. Nunyo. Dokkan tilde. The wall is unscathed. 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 Although Ensan punched the wall many times, there are no results. Just what kind of wall is this? Invincible restroom wall. It looks to be impossible. Zudon tilde. Deshu impossible for a do to deshu. The wall is unscathed after a do's punch. It seems to be too tough, which means we can't follow the electric wiring behind the wall. After that, we looked around the restroom, but there wasn't anything suspicious. It's a normal restroom, a splendid J.A.Painese style restroom. We decided to stop looking, and left the restroom. After we came out, Sapan. The toilet has disappeared. Deshu. Vanished deshu. The door has disappeared. Nya tilde. Nunyanyananyu. The restroom before us suddenly disappeared. Only the usual corridor wall remained. I will prevail. Dokkan. Burrow. The wall collapses when Ensan punches it. But the restroom wasn't there. Chapter 77. Running fast. Underground ruins. It disappeared. There's nothing. Nya tilde deshu tilde. Yeah. We stare at the wall absent-mindedly. But there's nothing. There really isn't anything. Only a collapsed wall that Ensan has punched. The J.A.Painese style restroom from a little while has completely disappeared. Nunyo. Just what was that? Nyan double tilde ado. Doesn't know deshu. Gojun. It's alright. Adu. I also don't understand Sisasusa. I pat Adu's head. It's soft and fluffy. However, that restroom has really disappeared. What is going on? Peta. I touch the wall and pour magic in, but I don't feel anything in particular. There's nothing, just a simple wall. I thought that the entrance may have been hidden with magic, but it doesn't seem like it. Bushicheko inserts the syringe into the wall, but Anya, there's no mana. Nya tilde looks like she didn't figure out anything. Adu and Ensan look through the crumbled wall, but they hang their heads in defeat. It seems they can't understand too. After all, the restroom has completely disappeared. Let's keep advancing. We won't understood even if we stay. We may find a similar room if we advance further. Right? Nya tilde. I agree. Adu 2 tilde. Sai and Chico get on. Adu. We run through the corridor. Sauce. We advance on Adu's back. The similar scenery continues. Sauce. The stone corridor continues. Whether Adu is running or the wall is moving, I'm not even sure now. Sauce. We advance through the ruins. Ensan follows us while flapping his wings. Sauce. A short time later, Nya. I see a room. Nya over there. Nya tilde knew. Really? Adu also discovered it. Deshu tilde. When I look where everyone is looking, there really is a room. I see a room on one side of the corridor. Yosh, let's carefully look around. Adu, stop in front of the room. Deshu tilde. Kuki occupant. Nadu breaks. Suta and Cheko get down from Adu. I will go first. Nya tilde. Oh. Oi, that's dangerous. Leave it to me. I pursue Chico and let Ensan go in first. I follow immediately after him. Nya. There's an illuminated hole in the ceiling. Nya sending Nya tilde. Certainly, I'm going to. Chico nimbly climbs up the hole. Ensan flaps his wings and flies up. I and Adu kick the wall and jump up. When we do, Nya. This is the first place. Deshu tilde. You are right, that's the center of the crater. It seems like we have returned to the beginning. The underground ruins are probably formed in a circle, because the scenery didn't change. We didn't notice that the sage was slightly bent. The corridor was a circle. Nya tilde. That's the case. I didn't notice. Adu 2 tilde. Yeah. Me too. We stand stunned at the center of the crater. I look around, and I'm overwhelmed by the vastness of the crater. However, there's also a good thing. We were able to come back to the entrance. That's a good thing, because we have advanced quite the distance. I thought it would take quite the time to return back. It's getting dark. Let's set up a camp around here. The room downstairs may be good. Nyanya dinner Nya tilde dishu tilde I have no objections. We return back to the underground room. Chapter 78, Dinner. First, we had to clean the room so we could spend time here. We carried the large debris outside. After that, leave it to me. Nya tilde Chico blows the grit and dust with wind magic away. Rather, Chico is able to use wind magic. She's manipulating a whistling wind. A few minutes later, the interior is clean. I retrieve blood and bones from the item box. Blood bone alchemy Powen. I create 4 improvised beds. I then quickly pull out the wyvern's soft and fluffy futons from the item box. Because of the sleeping comfort, I had to get some from Waidaru. There you go. New, as expected of Lord Nyanya and Ishu tilde. Suta bashu Chico and Adu dive into their beds. Fluffy Dishu tilde to think I could have futon outside. I'm glad I came along. Nya tilde Chico and Adu lie on the bed with overjoyed faces. I understand that feeling. The bed dive is supreme. Next, I take out cup ramens. I bought it with online shopping. I also take out a pot and water from the item box. Ensan, could you boil the water for me? No, leave it to me. Doba Ensan spits a little flame from his mouth. The water starts boiling instantly. I pour the water from the pot into the cup ramens and wait for 3 minutes. Lord, what's that? I also don't meow Nya, but it smells very nice. Nya do too. Delicious smell. Dishu tilde. This is called a cup ramen. It's an instant food. You add hot water, wait for 3 minutes and eat. Nyanya wonderful dish. Nya never heard of it. Nya me too, but it smells good. Adu wants to eat too. Dishu tilde. The one I had prepared this time is a soy sauce flavored cup ramen. The fragrance drifts around the room. I swallow my saliva unconsciously. Then 3 minutes has passed. Everyone, the time has come. It's alright to eat now. No, it's finally here. That was awfully long. 3 minutes. Nyanya, the insides of my mouth are doing gakagoku. Nya gakagoku tilde adu to waited lots. Parauri. I tear the lid off the cup ramen. Listen, you eat using chopsticks. You grasp them like this, and eat the noodles first. So usarupaku, just the right feeling. A nostalgic taste of cup ramen melts my cheeks. After that, you drink the soup and savor the taste in your mouth. Gakunku. I can't get enough of this taste. The peculiar taste of cup ramen looks delicious. Nya tilde I can't endure it anymore. Adu to Dishu tilde. So usarupaku gakun. Everyone starts eating the cup ramen. Nunyo. Delicious. What's this? It tastes like magic. Nyanya. It's extremely delicious. Nya the soup is strong. Nya do is melting. Dishu soup is delish. Dishu. Oya. Everyone stuffs their mouths with cup ramen. Meh, can't be helped. I think that I have also received a shock when I ate cup ramen for the first time. I don't remember well, though. Everyone, be careful so you don't get burned. No, delicious. This is delicious. This soup. Nyanya tilde. I can't stop eating. Nya tilde adu can't stop gulping. Dishu tilde. It seems no one heard my warning. Everyone is eating in a trance. So usarupaku gakun. So usarupaku gakun. So usarupaku gakun. So usarupaku gakun. Thank you for the meal. Everyone finished eating. They make content faces, overjoyed expressions. Of course, I'm the same. Cup ramen is delicious after all. I'm pleased. Lord, that was wonderful. This cup ramen thing. Nyanya, that was amazingly wonderful. Nya revolution. Yeah. Adu wants to eat lots. Dishu. Good grief, it's not a big deal. There are various flavors. Let's eat them in order. No, my enjoyment of the journey has increased. Mine too. Nya tilde adu will become a cup ramen. Dishu. It's good that they liked the food. I'm happy. The joy of online shopping has also increased. Then, we ate a dinner. Let's go to sleep in a bit. What will we do about the watch? We are more or less in a dungeon after all. We need to be cautious. That won't be a problem. I am able to sense the surroundings even while sleeping. I can also somehow tell. Nya tilde adu can do it too. Tilde ho you. Does every monster have such a wild ability? But I may be able to do it too. I don't expect much, though. Then, there's no problem to sleep as usual. No, leave it to me. Free time after the dinner. Everyone spends time as they want. Adu is idling on the bed while playing with a ball. The ball used for Wyvern's training became Adu's favorite. She's punching the ball with her paws. Chico is wrestling with her magic tool. She may be A.N.A.Lysing the data from the time she P.R.I.C. Cled the wall. Ensan keeps still. He curled up on the bed. Only his tail is rapidly moving. I can't tell if he sleeps or not. So, as for me, I leave the room and go for a stroll. I loiter around the underground ruins. It's the thing called exercise after a meal. I walk in the proximity of the room, because I always ride on Adu's back. I feel like I haven't been moving much. I must exercise properly. I tried pouring magic into the wall along the way, but it was not effective. I return to the room after a while. I lie down on the bed. Adu and Chico are already asleep. Ensan's tail sways around as usual. I become gradually sleepy too. I'm drowsy. I fall asleep. Chapter 79. Departure. Parapero NN. Paraperon. This feeling, indeed. Gashujin Shamatilda. When I open my eyes, I see a pair of sparkling eyes. It's the Mafu Adu-san. Are you awake, Dishukatilda? Yes, Adu. I'm awake now. I sit up while holding Adu in my arms. I quietly move her to side. She's Mafu today too. Quite a nice feeling since the morning. I feel uplifted with Mafu. It makes me want to do my best for the rest of the day. It's the Adu effect. Kurokiro looking around. Ensan and Chico are missing. Adu, who guessed what I wanted to ask? En and Chico went for a walk. Dishu, they went for a lap around the underground ruins. Dishu tilde, I see. Thank you for telling me. Washa. I pat Adu's head. I sage her dog ears as a reward. Dishu paradise. Dishu tilde, she feebly falls down. She vigorously wags her tail. Her happiness is on max. Well then, let's have a breakfast. I retrieve a meat from the item box. Gabuchichu, I slurp on the meat. Nothing is better than a meat in the morning after all. I need to supply my energy with protein. Adu is also going to eat. Dishu tilde musha. Adu next to me stuffs her cheeks with meat. She looks like she's enjoying it very much. But, however, oh, I sense an accident from Adu. Adu, what? Dishu? Adu makes a childish puzzled expression. Her sparkling eyes and bobbing dog ears are cute. It's stuck over here when I grab the stuck piece of meat. From Adu's lips. Adu sucks on my finger. She quickly eats the piece of meat. Thank you, Dishu tilde, you are welcome. It's overjoyed Adu-san. The breakfast is finished in a few minutes. While relaxing, Sasa arrival Naya tilde new. That was refreshing. Ensan and Chico have returned. Their marathon around the ruins has apparently ended. Although the two don't seem tired at all, they have quite the endurance. I think it's quite a distance. Though, looks like it wasn't a problem for the two. You have worked hard. It wasn't much. Naya tilde, that couldn't even be considered a stroll for Mia-un. The two look somehow refreshed. It may be because they ran so much. Then, have you found something? There was no change. Naya tilde, I'm of the same opinion. That's so after all. I had expectations that the restroom might have appeared again, but that didn't happen. Then, shall we prepare for the departure? No, I'm always ready. Me too. Naya tilde do too tilde. I store the beds and futons into the item box. Then, we left the room. In the center of the crater, I and Chico get on Adu. Well then, shall we go? The objective is the entrance to the 46th floor. Chico, please continue to guide us. Leave it to me. Naya tilde. Sasa. Adu starts running after we get on her back. Sasa. We leave from the crater and enter the jungle again. Adu runs through the jungle at high speed. Because of that, Beshipshi the grad.s.s is .h.I dotting my face again. It bends like a whip and strikes my face. It doesn't hurt, but it feels itchy. Nyanya. Takakawa, are you okay? Naya. Leaves are stuck in your hair. Naya. Chico behind me removes leaves from my hair. I'm okay, my skin is tough right? Naya. It sparkles like a jewel. Naya. Chico suddenly catches my cheeks with her paws and rubs them. It's ticklish. Chico, your eyes. Sasa. While being hit by the grad.s.s. Dodo dashin tilde. A thundering explosion resounds through the jungle. What? Naya. What? Dishu? What was that? Kuki Ukupit Nadu stops unconsciously. Goshujin Shamatilda. It seems that Adu is not sure what to do. This explosion certainly sounded dangerous. I imagine it's the thing which made the crater. It may be an outrageous fellow. No, Lord, we should check it out. I'm here, Nyanya. I'm all right. Either way, Nya tilde Adu will fight Dishu tilde, and San and Adu are battle maniacs. They probably get in the mood to fight when seeing a strong opponent. But our battle force is strong. There probably won't be a problem. Yash, let's go towards the direction of the sound. Dishu tilde. Sasa Adu starts running towards the source of the sound. Chapter 80. Magic 10 Houses. Aisha Kinglesey. Zuta dodo tilde. After the thunderous roar, a sound of huge monster getting blown off follows. It's coming down from above. Nya tilde. No, evade. Adu, avoid it. Dishu tilde Hoizaza Adu avoids the shadow coming down from the sky. Dashin tilde. At the place where we were standing a little while fell a huge tortoise, a monster that is familiar to me. Appraisal San, please. Dash race, Triceratops tortoise level 7 description. A huge tortoise averaging approximately 10 meters in size. Because of its high defense sh.d.l.l, it receives damage only scarcely. Dash. Afu, long time no see, Tortoise San. It's smaller in size than the one on the 49th floor, but still quite a big one. A small mountain. That Tortoise San has been sent flying. This is my second time seeing this huge tortoise flying, and San sent one flying before. No, be cautious. There's someone on top of the tortoise. Really? Nya tilde Dishuni tilde. Certainly, a shadow of a person on top of the tortoise, by the looks of it. It doesn't look like a monster. That silhouette. Human. Soon, the shadow moves. Shuan and a high-pitched sound resounds. No, this fellow. Leave it to me. Gashin tilde. A metallic sound. Ensan receives the attack of the person that appeared in front of us. He crosses his forearms, and receives a strong sword stab. Goo. To think my attack would be stopped. The knight raises a voice in surprise. He withdraws and makes a distance between us. How foolish. You are not my opponent. Ensan is full of spirit. He may be excited at the powerful enemy after so long. I can tell from his back, especially his tail. The enemy knight looks our way. He carefully observes us all, not just Ensan. The monster is talking. Mumu, the knight who is surprised by Ensan's speech. Are talking monsters rare after all? However, the knight is on alert even though surprised. High-level monsters, huh? Besides, all monsters I'm not familiar with. Demi-human, Dragonet, a mutated demon? The opponent raises his sword, a pose ready to thrust the sword. Human, are you challenging me? Ensan says something cool. He has an atmosphere of a boss, but, because we are not boss party or anything, I don't want to fight unnecessary fights. I quickly appear in front of Ensan. Knight-san, wait a moment please. We have no intent to fight. This demon can also speak. Let's avoid an unnecessary fight. My name is Tokugawa, a name holder, huh? A demon after all. Then, I will also give my name. My name is Aisha Kingsley, belonging to Kingsley family, one of the magic 10 houses. Ho you. Aisha-san, it's hard to tell from the knight armor. Probably. Judging from the name and voice, a female. However, magic 10 houses? I unconsciously look at Chico. Nyanya. Seriously, Nya magic 10 houses are the most prestigious magic families. Nya, Chico says in surprise. Apparently, a distinguished family from this world. Fufu, a challenger has finally come to me. Warrior, let me welcome you. Oa. Ensan is full of energy. He has the same atmosphere as when we met him for the first time in the temple. He may have remembered his original mission, the mission where he tests warriors and heroes. But, I don't want to fight. Aisha-san, we have no intention to fight. I earnestly hope you can put down your sword. A demon's tricks, I won't fall for that. You noticed Demon 1, you want to strike when I lower my guard, right? I won't fall for that trick. Wear some clothes first. Coup. It seems Aisha-san doesn't believe my words at all. She's looking at us with a sharp glint. Lord, I will easily win. I'm itching to fight. Ensan. Ensan charges towards the knight. Although his form hadn't changed into the big dragon, he's surprisingly fast. However, Xuan, a high-pitched metallic sound again. The knight is pretty far away. She stands on top of the tortoise. Rather than fast, a teleportation-like speed. She changed places in an instant. Rather than physical ability, a magic. No, that fellow uses a strange magic. She may be worthy to be my opponent. Ensan broadly grins. He's full of motivation. The situation has developed into something dangerous. I stand on alert behind Xuan. The high-pitched sound again. The knight's figure has disappeared. No, escaped. Huh? What a quick fellow. Nyanya magic 10 houses are different after all. Shu and Ishu disappeared. Ishu. Everyone is somehow excited. She surely had some mysterious moves. The tortoise in front of us is dead tired. She may be a great person. Therefore, I asked Chico about the real nature of our opponent. Chico, what is the magic 10 houses? Nyanya, a prestigious family in this country. Because of their powerful magic, they have quite an influence in this country. It's made up of 10 houses. Yu. Which means, the person from a little while may be quite an influential person. Kinsley family is famous for their powerful stabbing attacks. I'm glad En is safe. Fufu. My hand is numb. I found an opponent after so long. Fumu. If Ensan hand is numb, she can't be taken lightly. Besides, she completely thinks of us as enemies for some reason, even though there's really no need to fight. However, it's only natural that humans would attack monsters in the dungeon. Either way, an opponent we can't make light of. Magic 10 houses. Aisha Kingsley. Chapter 81, Arrival at the 46th floor. Magic 10 houses. They are suitable to be my enemy, Ensan says happily. Which reminds me, Ensan was waiting in the Temple of the Warriors for a challenge all this time. He wants to fight after seeing a warrior. No, he may want to give her a trial, but I don't want to fight. I'm peaceful. Nano Desu. Adu. Let's go. Beast mode. Please. Dishu. Pow. Adu transforms into the beast mode. I and Chico climb on her back. Well then, shall we go? Chico, please continue guiding us. Leave it to me. Sauce. We advance through the jungle. Sauce. After a short while, a familiar scenery, a staircase to the 46th floor. We were able to proceed steadily so far, thanks to Chico's guidance. Most monsters ray away after seeing us. We may be emitting a strong being aura. Gashujin Shama go up? Yes, dash up in one go please. Understood. Shu. Sauce. Adu starts running up the stairs to the 46th floor. So why Dishu. Nu. It's a deserted land this time. Seems similar to the 48th floor. A huge tree has fallen down. Certainly. A collapsed huge tree can be seen in the distance. I'm certain it would look like this if the tree on the 48th floor fell down. The wind in the valley is considerably strong, just like on the 48th floor. Chico, Adu, I'm relying on you. Dishu. Leave it to me. We will be alright if we advance along the cliff. This way. Adu starts running again. Sauce. We run along the cliff. Indeed. The most noticeable thing is the huge tree. It's snapped in half. I see a huge slit. Just how much power does it take to take down a tree like that? The crater on the 47th floor pops in my mind. If it can make a hole of that size, it might have been able to snap that tree. Chico, when you were here before, was the tree already collapsed? Right. It was the same as now. I see then, which means it wasn't broken today or yesterday. From its appearances, it doesn't look like a depot. Since it fell down. I mean, the tree doesn't seem to be withering. Should I try breaking one too? Ensan says something dangerous. Can you do it? Deshuka? Stop joking. There's no way I could do that. The circulation of mana would become strange right now. If such amount of mana becomes disarranged, it will have a great effect on the dungeon. What would happen, for example? The ecosystem would change. The mana flowing in the huge tree is supplying mana to other places. If you look closely on this floor, you would see that the mana isn't scattering into the air. The mana is flowing somewhere. Fumu. Indeed, certainly. The air seems ordinary. I don't feel full of mana, which means that the air is not overflowing with mana. Where is the mana of this floor flowing then? Nah, I won't know more unless I examine it now. Although I checked it out a little before, I didn't find out anything. That means the destination of the mana is unknown. I have evolved into the baby angel vampire after absorbing a lot of mana. After all, there's a possibility that other monsters can evolve the same way I did. Do you want to examine it in detail, Chico? No. Chico stares at me absent-mindedly. It seems she didn't expect me to ask her about that. We are not particularly in a hurry. If the dungeon is in a danger by any chance, it would be better to investigate, because the wyverns are on the 48th floor and moon foxes are on the 49th floor. Jason and Marilyn are on the 50th floor, right? It's necessary to protect the peace of the dungeon. I can't make mistakes. Is it alright? Chico's eyes are sparkling. Her scholar spirit may have been aroused. I don't mind. Adu doesn't mind. Tudishu tilde I do not mind either. Everyone agrees. Nyanya research is happiness. Nya. I will investigate then. Nya. I didn't investigate properly before because I was scared of the threat of other monsters. Nyanu. With me here you do not need to worry. Adu helps Tudishu yo tilde I'm here too. I should be able to fight. Probably. I haven't fought recently so I don't know. Then, let's head towards the huge 3 Nya. We are relying on you, understood? Shu tilde Sasa. We run through the deserted land. The objective is the broken huge tree. Chapter 82, The Broken Tree. We arrive at the base of the huge tree on Adu's back. It's necessary to go up from here, which means Ensan's turn. Ensan knew my power is needed. Pawan Ensan transforms into the big dragon form. We climb up on Ensan. Well then, let's get to the top of the broken tree. I'm going. Hold on. Basabasa Ensan flies up to the sky. Basabasa Nyanya. Dash huge you. Super Express Ensan. We rise at incredible speed, soaring through the sky at great speed for an unknown reason. I'm the dungeon's strongest. Ensan is in high spirits. We are chilly. After the high-speed flight, phew, I'm still alive. That was close. In the middle of the way, I really thought I was going to die. We somehow arrived before I noticed. We have arrived safely. The huge tree's slit is right in front of me. How was it? My flying technique? Fuwa. Ensan looks proud, but Adu next to me is in a completely groggy state. She's swaying back and forth. She's wobbly. I feel Bageshu tilde Adu looks sick. Her face looks terrible. Somehow, both her ears and tail are hanging down. Her fur is also disarranged. Yashish. Adu, try breathing like this. Suha. It's better to get the fresh air into. Deshu tilde sasu. I pat Adu's back. On the occasion, I fix her disarranged fur. Suha tilde Adu's chest moves greatly. She's breathing in the fresh air. That's right Adu. Just like that. Suha Deshu It's better to breathe more to refresh yourself. If head refreshes, the sickness should also cool down. Yashish suha tilde sasu. I pat Adu's back. Her warm body temperature transmits to my hands. After a short while, Adu is looking much better. Her complexion has recovered. However, suha tilde. Suyu tilde. Zzz era. It looks like Adu has fallen asleep. Her squishy cheeks move up and down. She's breathing comfortably in her sleep. Takakawa I will investigate so you can take it slowly. Nyanu, leave the lookout to me. I will patrol around then. I will be depending on you. I decided to take a rest with Adu. When I look up, the huge tree enters my view. The tree is cut open. I can see the insides. Water might have been flowing through there until recently. A tree cavity is visible. Suyu tilde I think while patting the sleeping Adu's back. This tree is really large, outrageously huge, because the tree is split open. I understand the size well. To fracture a tree like this, how much strength is needed for that? I can't even imagine. Well then, should I take a look around? Adu is sleeping comfortably. She probably won't be getting up anytime soon. Then, let's do that. I carry Adu on my back. I hold her firmly. This is a dungeon after all. Although Adu is plentifully strong, I can't leave Adu alone while she's asleep. Suta. I walk at the top of the tree, after taking a closer look at the slit. It's perfectly split. A beautiful slit. It's cut rather well. I admire how nicely it's cut out. I look at the clean cut. The tree's surface is not destroyed. When I touch the tree's skin, I see. I feel a life force. Looks like mana is still circulating. Then, let's check it out a bit. Chico is investigating. But I may be able to find something too. I was able to investigate the 48th floor's tree fairly well. I'm doing it. I concentrate, and probe the huge tree's mana. And I feel the huge tree's mana. I feel an incredible amount of mana flowing through the tree. But, it feels different from the wyvern's tree. During mana investigation. The mana is in disorder, because the tree is broken right in the middle. The mana may be running wild. It's difficult to comprehend what's happening. I'm going to search for the mana's destination. It's quite difficult. I can't understand the circuit clearly because the mana is disheveled. It's hard to grasp the complete picture. Therefore, I explore the circuit thoroughly. Let's investigate the close part first. Let's see there nothing strange in particular. I probe some more. But, I can't find anything. Dishu? Oh, Adu who is getting carried on my back has awakened. She restlessly moves around. Her soft and fluffy dog ears are tickling my neck. Adu, are you awake? Dishu, my eyes feel heavy. Dishu. Adu rubs her eyes. I gently move, and carry Adu on my back again. It would be bad if I dropped her. Where is this place? Dishu. On top of the huge tree. Look. It's the tree we have been carried to by Insan. Dishu, I remember Dishu. Adu moves her head in the spur of the moment. A soft feeling touches my neck. Adu, should I put you down? Stay like this Dishu, I'm going to sleep for a little more. Dishu tilde. Suusuu tilde. Suusuu tilde. Zzz. Adu falls asleep again. Her breath tickles my neck. Good grief, Adu is a sleepyhead. Well. Let's keep on investigating. I touch the huge tree with my hands, and continue the mana search. Chapter 83, Yakiniku Sauce. Anya, the noise is quite terrible. Chico groans while looking at the gathered data. Her tool is buzzing noisily. I haven't found an enemy, and San sits down and caresses his tail. We have gathered again. Adu sits down quietly. Chico, have you figured something out? Although the huge tree is broken, I hope is not some kind of bad effect on ya in current situation. I can't say anything. What do you mean? The mana was in disarray while I tried to examine it. Hulu. But, even if it's disarranged, it doesn't mean that there's an immediate danger. It may calm down over time. But is there something? This is just my estimation. But I think that there's not enough mana. The mana is flowing to some unknown place. A great quant.I. of mana is most likely missing. Mana's destination. Certainly, because the tree is this huge, it should have an enormous amount of mana. I'm feeling it too. I sense something bad due to tilde. It's so after all. Everyone seems to have the same concern. Then, it would be better if we investigate thoroughly, right? I also approve due to tilde. Yash, the objective has been set. But, since it's already late, let's rest for today. But, however, what to do? I feel like this is not a good place to camp. The huge tree's skin is spreading in front of me. Part of it is split open. That's right. Then, let's do that. I retrieve blood and bones from the item box. I line them up on the ground and touch the ground with my hands. Go, Gashujin Shama? Lord Tilde Nyanya. Everyone looks around restlessly. I pour magic into the ground. I use that skill, blood bone alchemy. Pow, and a room is created inside the huge tree. I change the structure of the wood and create a room with alchemy. Yo sh. Let's spend the night there today as expected of Lord Dishu tilde Nyanya N. Sleeping outdoors evaded Naya tilde. We enter our new room. When I enter the room, I quickly pull out futons out of the item box, because I made beds with blood bone alchemy before. I also quickly pull them out. The sleep preparations are complete, only I am in the room right now. As for everyone else, big catch. Naya tilde do also worked hard. Dishu tilde fun. You are not my match. They went hunting for food. They are carrying a monster similar to a boar. Wondering what it is, I quickly appraise it. Race. Wild boar level 3 description. Wild boar, be cautious of charge attacks. Oh, I'll be darned. Ho you. It's a normal wild boar. The same old wild boar. I was expecting that it was some kind of monster, but it's a normal wild boar. Then, let's have a meal. Dishu ni tilde me to Nyanya and leave the wild boar here. Yes dosa. The wild boar is placed right before me. Zaza. I prepare the wild boar with a knife I made with blood bone alchemy. I take out the internal organs and bones. After that, I prick the meat with big skewers and stick them into the ground. Then, do please, medium. Don't burn it. I want rare. I also want medium. Naya tilde huge hu fire tilde. Boa do's fire magic explodes. The wild boar cooks instantly. A fragrant smell drifts around. Yo sh. Looks good tilde. I'm drooling. Nyanya me too. Naya tilde. I take the skewer and bite the wild boar meat. Itadakimasu. Gabuchichijure. Tasty tilde. Delish. The meat juices are overflowing, because the meat was alive just a moment ago. It's overflowing with juices. Mushhamush ho you. This is quite delicious. It's overflowing. Naya tilde do also thinks it's delicious. Dishu tilde. Everyone looks pleasured. I'm glad you like it. Gabuchichijure. I also eat the meat steadily. But then I remembered, wasn't there a way to make the meat even more delicious? From the item box, I retrieve out a certain bottle from the item box. That's the Kaniku sauce. I have bought this with online shopping. I drip the sauce over the meat and bite. Gabuchichijure. Gaha. Delicious. Too delicious. I double the amount of sauce on my wild boar. Kuyu delicious. My voice comes out unconsciously. No, Lord, what is that? I can smell a nice fragrance. Adu to tilde. I want some too. Naya tilde. Oops, I haven't intended to monopolize this. Let's share the deliciousness with everyone. Here you go. If you drip this over your meat, it will become even more delicious. It's a magical liquid. I hand them the Kaniku sauce. Everyone drips and eats. Mushhamush ho. Goo, what's this? A shocking deliciousness. Nyanya. It's melting. Naya do to tilde. Everyone eats the meat with overjoyed faces. Good grief, it seems they have fallen under the Kaniku sauce magic. How troubling. It better not become a habit. Mushhamush ho. Mushhamush ho. Seconds. Yakiniku sauce. I gave them another bottle. Meh. I bought quite a few, so there's no problem. Here. But you are not supposed to put so much on the meat. No, is that so? Nyanya. Dishu? Everyone makes a puzzled expression. It seems they don't understand the meaning behind my words. I must explain here. Too much is not good for health. Use it moderately. No, I understand. This deliciousness, I guess there would be side effects. Nyanya do also understands. Dishu tilde. Our meal continued. Mushhamush ho. And then, that was a delicious meal. We have become full. It was a good dinner, thank you. Chapter 84. Pink Usagi-san, SUU tilde Nyasa. And it seems that everyone fell asleep. I hear sleepers' breaths from the beds. I'm not able to fall asleep for some reason. I can't sleep no matter what. I'm idling on the bed.
But, why is it? My eyes are open wide, then, can't be helped. Zaba, I get up from the bed and leave the room. I went to get exposed to the night wind. I'm limited only to this when I can't sleep. It might have been like this even before coming to this world. A habit from the previous world. Zaza, the wind is blowing. We are now in the broken part of the huge tree. Although the tree is half broken, there's still a considerable height from the ground. Because of that, the wind is quite strong. Phew, it's a good wind. A comfortable feeling lands on my skin while being exposed to the night wind. Pion. Oh, something moves in the corner of my view. What is it? When I look closely, what? It's Usagi-san. It's a pink-colored Usagi-san. Mafu pink color. It's pionpinning on top of the huge tree. It has a certain mysterious feeling. I'm like a rabbit attracted by the moon. The pionpion right is fascinating me. Pionpion. Oh, Usagi-san started to walk. No. Wrong, it started bouncing around. What to do? I feel like it might be bad to chase after it alone. The night is so dark after all. It would be serious if I lose my footing and fall down the tree. A night journey is dangerous. But, you see, I'm interested. Let's chase after the Usagi-san. It will be alright if I'm careful enough. Pionpion. I start chasing the bouncing Usagi-san. Pionpion. The pink Usagi-san advances smoothly. Its movement is quite fast. When I approach it with a dash, Usagi-san would dash and pionpion too. But, conversely, when I slow down or stop, Usagi-san would pin slowly or pin in place. Fumu. Why is it? How mysterious. What about it? That Usagi-san. I feel that Usagi-san is matching my movements. I'm also matching its movements. Right? Phew, really? A mysterious Usagi-san. In that case, Zaza-sutan, I pretend to run and suddenly stop. Pio-sutan Mumu. Usagi-san starts running and suddenly stops. The movement was slightly awkward. Exclamation mark. That surprised me. That kind of feeling. It seems it got surprised by my sudden movement. Piko Usagi-san looks at me. I have a feeling that it's making a somewhat angry expression, because its rabbit face. I can't tell well. Intense Usagi-san. Suta. I start walking without minding. Pionpion. Usagi-san advances. I also advance. I thought, where am I going? This me. After walking for a while, a hole in the huge tree? Was there such a thing? I should have been walking around here before. But, strange, there shouldn't be a hole here. Was it my imagination? Pionpion. The pink Usagi-san enters the hole. It's waiting for me to enter the hole. Its rabbit ears shake. What should I do? Should I enter? To be frank, I'm at a loss. I feel like I shouldn't be entering. It's a sensible thing to do. But, I also feel that I shouldn't turn around here. It's the same feeling I had in Anima Temple and the mysterious restroom. Deep inside me, my soul is tickling me. Don't enter that place. It's whispering to me. But, let's enter. I have come this far after all. It's a pink Usagi-san after all. It does not feel dangerous at all. Tekutku. I enter the hole and follow Usagi-san. Inside the huge tree. Probably because it's filled with mana. It's quite colorful here. Light and fluffy spheres are floating around. The mana density seems quite high. Pionpion. Pink Usagi-san advances. It's moving to the depths of the hole. I continue following it. Then, we reach a very bright room. This is, reasonably large room. The light gathers at a part of the room. When I look closely at that part, there's a pedestal. On top of that, a projector. It feels like a projector in a planetarium. I look carefully around. This room is a dome. It's similar to the construction of planetarium room. Pionpion. The pink Usagi-san moves. Dokkan, it tackles the projector. Gaka mechanical noises, with the sounds of cogwheels turning around. The room darkens. Karakura. The projector on the pedestal lights up and images start projecting on the ceiling. Chapter 85. Huge tree screen. After following Usagi-san to a dome room inside the huge tree, stars reflect on the ceiling.
Number. It's a video. A video starts playing just like on a cinema-like screen. I lie down on the ground and watch the picture reflecting on the ceiling. The video resembles a video I have watched in a science class. In the old days. A picture of the universe, countless stars, brightly shining sun. Is that Saturn? And that would be Venus. A picture of planets flowing one by one. Before long, the focus switches on a single planet, the red planet, Mars. Eventually, the surface of Mars reflects on the ceiling. I can see many large ditches, the mountains and valleys of Mars. Before long, the picture focuses on the ground. The red soil and sand are dancing. The time says, "Oh, something is flying in the sky." A S.P.A. ship lands on Mars. An astronaut sticks a flag into the ground. Dodo. The astronaut immediately returns back to the S.P.A. ship and flies away. The flag on Mars's surface flutters. I stare blankly at the picture. It's somehow making me sleepy. I might have felt the same way when I was watching the science class.s.s video. I continue gazing at the video while lying on the ground. A S.P.A. ship has arrived again. It's a bigger one this time. People start coming out one after another. They put down some kind of containers and build a house. The number of houses increase. A town was built inside a large dome. The people live inside the large dome. They seem to be farming. After a while, the number of large domes on Mars increase. They increase rapidly. Tubes are connecting the domes together. The domes and tubes cover Mars. Karakurakurukatan. What? The video suddenly stops. Butson. The video disappears and the room becomes dark. While thinking what has happened, I restlessly look around. It's ridiculously dark. It seems that even the Mana's light has disappeared. It's so dark I can't see anything. First of all, I must look for something that gives light. The pitch black darkness is making me uneasy. Suta while walking in the darkness. A sudden noise and the light returns. The soft and fluffy Mana starts shining again, but the projector in the middle of the room has vanished. In addition, I can't see Usagi-san around. The pink Usagi-san has disappeared. And where did you go, Usagi-san? Also the projector. Did Usagi-san carry the projector out? I look around the room, but there's nothing. This room is a dead end. There's no hole Usagi-san could S.S through. Can't be helped. I decided to return back unwillingly. Suta. I leave the hole and step outside. I feel like it was a long time since I was outside. The night wind is tickling me. I return back to the room I made inside the huge tree. Suusuu tilde Nyasa and Adu, Ensan and Chico. Everyone is asleep. I enter my bed, and unlike before, I fall asleep instantly. Chapter 86, Fruit and Dream. Parapero NN? What? Paraperona? Is this possibly? Gashujin Shama. It's morning Deshuyo tilde when I open my eyes. Adu with bobbing dog ears. Good morning Deshu morning. That. When I look around, the outside is bright. It's already morning it seems. I don't see Ensan and Chico around. The two went for a morning stroll. Deshu tilde I see the two are so energetic right from the morning. I bring Adu down from my bed and stretch myself. I slept well. Somehow, I feel very refreshed. My mind is clear. Yash, Adu, let's have a breakfast. Dishuni tilde I and Adu share a breakfast. After a short while, Ensan and Chico return. Both of them look cheerful. Early morning running. Naya tilde nu. You are not my match. Looks like the two had a good morning sweat. They look refreshed. Their ears are standing tall. How lively. Dishuni tilde. Apparently, Chico and Ensan already had a breakfast. Both of them are holding a big fruit in their hands. So, what is that? Naya. Fruit. Naya tilde I also have one. Looks delicious. Dishu tilde Nyanya. This is hard so it can't be eaten. Naya then. Why do you carry it? You use it this way. Naya tilde. Hichiko leans on the fruit.
She balances while lying on the fruit. How dexterous. Nyan, you play like that Nye, it's quite the fun Nye, I can do it too. Goragro and San and Chico are balancing on the fruit. It's similar to a balance ball. Adu tilde Chico hands a spare fruit she brought to Adu. Goragro oh, Adu is quite dexterous too. Demi-humans may have a good sense of balance. Nyan nu huge tilde while looking how cheerfully they are playing. I somehow started wanting to do it too. In that case, Sasa Goragro I get on the fruit. Seems good. Goragro we spent the morning hours balancing on the big fruits. Afternoon, after finishing the lunch, we resumed the examination of the huge tree, the same way we did yesterday. Chico is investigating, Ensan patrols around the neighborhood. I and Adu sometimes investigate while taking a walk, and because of that, I went to see the hole the pink Usagi-san guided me to. But it's empty. There's isn't even a trace of the hole. Really, nothing is there. It was dark yesterday, so this might be a wrong place. That shouldn't be. Strange. This is strange. I think this is the right place. But, while in thought, Goshujin-shama, what's the matter Dishu? Adu makes a curious face. She seems to be very interested in my behavior. I saw a hole over there yesterday. But, there's nothing here, I explain honestly. Dishuni, that's strange. Dishupafu Adu lightly punches the surface of the huge tree. It's Adu-san's paw punch. As expected. Hatilda Sasu I also touch the surface of the huge tree. But, it doesn't look like something's there after all. I try putting both my hands on the ground, and feel around the huge tree. And nothing. It's same as any other place after all. Just a tree. I can't confirm a cavity inside. Why is it? Was yesterday's event just a dream? I might have actually slept in the bed. I feel like that. It might have been a dream, or it might not be the right place. Let's take a look around. Dishuni Adu also had a dream. Dishuan, Adu also has dreams. Adu is a dog-eared ancient species. What did you dream about Tilda? Dishuni, I was on adventure in a place with red soil and sand. Dishu, red soil, red sand. The video I saw in the planetarium, it resembles the projection. You. What kind of place was that? Extremely large red plains. Dishu. Occasionally, there were towns under big domes. Dishu tilde I see. Very similar to the projection I saw in the planetarium. But, why did Adu have such dream? I've heard that dreams might be reflections of memories. If that's the case, has Adu seen Mars somewhere before? Adu? What Dishu? Do you know about the place you saw in your dream, its location? Dishuni, don't think so. Dishu tilde I see. Yeah, Adu lived on the 50th floor of the dungeon after all. In addition, I don't know how dreams actually work. Adu, let's take a look at other places. Dishu tilde. We continue our walk. Chapter 87. Magic 10 houses again. Goshujin-shama, I'm entering the fruit. Dishu tilde supua Adu enters a husk of a huge fallen fruit. Dishu tilde she just entered the fruit, yet she seems to be having so much fun. She's smiling from ear to ear. It may feel like being wrapped in something comfortable, and above all, Adu who entered the fruit is adorable. Goshujin-shama to Dishu tilde me too? I also should enter inside? What should I do? Somehow, looking at Adu having so much fun, is making me want to enter too. I will do it too. Let's do that. Suppo I enter the nearby fallen fruit. Fumu. It's quite pleasant, just as Adu said. It's making me comfortable. At peace. Goragro Dishu going. Dishu tilde nn. Adu rolls the fruit from inside. Korokro, she lightly rolls it. Adu steadily separates from me. No, isn't that dangerous? If she continues rolling like that, it would be serious if she fell down from the huge tree. I have to stop her immediately. I get out from the fruit and chase after Adu. What? Wait a second. I can't move. I can't get out. I'm stuck in the fruit and can't get out. My body was an exact fit. Precisely. Jasado Fido. 1 This is bad. Dish huge who too fast dish who tilde Adu is steadily moving away, looks like she's having fun. She looks happy, but she's in danger. Can't be helped. If it came to this, there's no helping it. Go. Gorogro. I decided to roll too and chase after Adu, while stuck in the fruit. Gorogro dish huge who high speed dish who tilde Adu. That's dangerous. I pursue Adu while rolling in the fruit. I'm dizzy. My head is spinning. Huge. I feel sick. It stopped dish who tilde Me too. It seems we have hit something and stopped. Phew, that's great. Peace of mind. I'm glad we didn't fall from the huge tree. Good grief. Pknn, a sound of impact. The fruit around me and Adu breaks. A sense of freedom after what felt like a long time. How refreshing. Then, in front of me is a familiar person in night equipment. What? So the talking rolling fruits were you too? In front of me is Magic 10 Houses. Aisha Kingsley, the person who blew away a huge tortoise, and just yesterday, I hold Adu under my arms. I quickly make a distance. I feel Adu's warm and fluffy temperature under my armpit. But it seems the opponent doesn't seem to be vigilant of us. Aisha takes off the helmet. Gold hair streams down. A woman has appeared after all. No. Would a girl be more suitable? A European-like blonde-haired female knight with a dignified aura. You guys, what happened to the other two? Nekomimi and Dragonet, aren't you together? They are probably near Dishu Yo. Adu answers before me. Having Adu talk is making me slightly uneasy. I see. I have greeted you quite dangerously yesterday. After thinking about it carefully, I couldn't think of you as enemies. I didn't feel in danger. I'm glad. Apparently, she might have understood that we are not enemies. I feel relieved for the time being. What are you doing at a place like this, Aisha-san? I'm chasing after a certain person. Dishu? Who would that be? Dishu? Adu asks, full of curiosity. Aisha sighs deeply at Adu's question. She starts talking with a serious atmosphere. A one person from the guild which ruined my country. They destroyed the whole country with just 5 people. See? Come again? Something like that. Aisha is from Magic 10 Houses. From Chico's words, they should be quite a powerful family. Yet they with just 5 people. Is that even possible? Who is that? That fellow? Huge who the guild's name Shivan's Gate. One of them went inside this dungeon. I came in pursuit of that man. You guys haven't possibly met strange fellow? A strange fellow. The people I met so far. Ensan, Chico, Marilyn, and Sage Elgizan. If you think about it, they are all strange people. But I haven't heard about a man Aisha is chasing. She must have mistaken us yesterday. That's why she probably attacked us. Then, the only candidates would be Elgin Marilyn. Marilyn is a female, and Elgizan is a member of a former hero party. Did not meet Dishuan. I also think so. Aisha-san didn't seem much disheartened hearing our response. She might have expected that. I see. There are traces of him, but Aisha-san looks at the broken huge tree and mutters, surely not this huge tree. Aisha-san, those traces you are speaking of. Yes, this huge tree. The one who broke this tree is the man I'm chasing after, Thunder Sword Vilgo. This clean cut is definitely work of that guy, this fellow. If he can do this to the huge tree, he must be quite a powerful person. Amazing. They shuni that person, right? Yes, considering just strength he's quite amazing. But he's someone I must defeat. For that reason, I have traveled from afar all the way here to this dungeon. But what is this Virgo's purpose? Dishu, is he a woodcutter? Dishu-ka? I don't know much. It's certain that he entered this dungeon in order to obtain something, because other members also seem to have entered different dungeons aiming for something in dungeons. What would that be? I doubt he would cut the huge tree without a reason. There might be a reason he cut it. By the way, what are you guys doing at a place like this? Oops, the question has been reverted to us. Investigation. Dishu-Adu answers reflectively. Investigation? Aisha asks curiously. I will explain. We are checking whether the broken tree will somehow affect the dungeon. I see. A tree of this size could cause an accident because of the amount of mana it possesses. I will Dishu? Adu tilts her head in puzzlement. She's surprised. I'm also similarly surprised. Thunder Sword Virgo is most likely on this floor. I think that the huge tree is the key. It may be possible to find him quicker if we stick together. How about it? You might get attacked by Virgo after all. If that's the case, having Aisha-san on our side would be safer. Having a person who knows the enemy would be nice. It's decided then. I don't mind Adu to Dishu tilde. Then, please take care of me. Yes, Dishu tilde. Adu and Aisha shake hands. In this way, Magic 10 Houses. Aisha became our companion. Chapter 88. Alchemist. When we returned to the room in the huge tree, Chico and Ensan were already there. It seems that they have just returned from the investigation. Nyanya, Magic 10 Houses. Nyanu. Looks like she came to have a match with me. Piku. The two react after seeing Aisha-san next to me. Ensan immediately enters a battle mode. Wrong. Dishu Yoshi became a friend. Dishu. Right. She's looking for a certain person, so she will stay with us for a while. I explained to Chico and Ensan that Aisha-san is searching for a Thunder Sword Virgo. Nyanya, Heaven's Gate tier super dangerous fellows. I've heard about them. Nyanu. I don't know, but if he can clean this huge tree, he's a suitable challenger. Chico trembles in fear. Ensan trembles in excitement. Two contrastive people. Meh. That's how it is. Please take care of me, everyone. Best regards. Nyashanu. Respect me. Please take care of us. The self-introductions finished. Aisha-san looks around tree room in bewilderment. Bed, futon, also this room. I made it with my skill. Is that so? You have quite the talent. Takakawa. I will make your bed. Aisha. Wait a moment. I see. Thank you. I arrange the blood and bones and activate the skill. Blood Bone Alchemy Powen. Sh. A bed was made. I retrieve a futon set from the item box and put it on the bed. Here you go. Poka and Aisha looks at me while blinking her eyes. What's the matter? Is alchemy rare? Takakawa. You use quite a strange skill indeed. Is it about the alchemy? Is that so? I thought that alchemy wouldn't be that rare. Though no, alchemy certainly isn't difficult, but only few can use it to this extent. Most alchemists can create only things of a cup size or fix broken things, creating a product from raw materials. I haven't seen anything like that before. Is that so? Because this is a world of magic. I didn't think that alchemy would be that difficult. Also, Takakawa, one more thing? What? You seem to be using alchemy without a formation. How is that possible? Normally, alchemist would be able to practice alchemy only after drawing a formation. Magic circle, a drawing with many weird symbols and signs. This is my original style, though I haven't seen other alchemists before. Is that so? The most famous alchemist would draw blueprint-like formations on the ground in order to practice alchemy. Without that, they won't be able to do anything. I've heard that sometimes a person that can use alchemy without formations appear. But, still, they are definitely not at your level. However, a formation, it might not be bad to try it out. Besides, from what I can see, you are using blood and bones, right? That's right. I see. That may be quite dangerous. Blood and bones, alchemy without formations. Some knowledgeable people may regard Takakawa as dangerous. Me? That's right. If you have this much skill, people will start thinking that you will try taboos like human alchemy. Takakawa, so far, you haven't done a human alchemy, right? Something like that. As expected, human alchemy is taboo even on this world. In J.A.Pan, experimenting on humans should be prohibited. I've heard about crossbreeds like chimeras. Of course not. I see. In that case, it might be better to not show your alchemy in public, especially if you get interested in human alchemy and people become aware. You may attract some bad people. I understand. I will do that. I obtained a good information. If I practiced alchemy in public without knowing, I might have got myself into a big trouble. After that, Tanaisha sits on the bed. She relaxes. By the way, what are you doing about dinner? Are you going to hunt? That's right. Ensan and Chico already went. They will return soon. I intended to P.I.P.8 in the hunt. Would it be alright to tag along tomorrow? You don't have to worry about food, thank you. Aisha bows her head, a dignified attitude. She's a knight, alright. After that, we ate a dinner, then went to sleep. Chapter 89. Pink Usagi-san 2, SUUSUU tilde SUUSUU tilde SUUSUU tilde Nyasa, and I hear everyone's sleeper's breath, but, I can't sleep. I can't sleep at all. I couldn't yesterday, and I can't today. I can't sleep even after entering the futon. I idle around without being able to sleep. Supa, I get out of the futon and get down from the bed. Tiketko, I leave the room and get exposed to the night wind. Zaza, the night wind blows. I look at the broken huge tree. Really, it's a seriously huge tree. To think a tree like that could be broken, I'm still surprised. While exposed to the night wind, Pyeonpyeon. Ah, it's the pink rabbit. It's Usagi-san, the one from yesterday. He appeared again. It seems that the yesterday's event wasn't a dream. Pyeonpyeon. Usagi-san bounces on the spot. His rabbit ears cutely shake as if inviting me. Usagi-san is full of spirit. He's inviting me with unsteady movements. Can't be helped. Should I follow him again? They might be something again. Suta. I follow Usagi-san. Pyeonpyeon. Usagi-san jumps up and down. When I dash after him, Usagi-san's Pyeonpyeon speed increases. I can't get close. After all, he keeps a fixed distance between us. When I stop, Usagi-san also stops. It's probably the same Usagi-san from yesterday. Pyeonpyeon. We slowly advance with Usagi-san in the lead. Along the way, I find a stone. I pick it up and throw it towards Usagi-san. Sasabikanu. Usagi-san smacks the stone back with his tail. It nearly hit me. Phew, so close. So close. That was a close call. Safei. Pyeonpyeon. I pull myself together. While following Usagi-san, we arrive at the tree hole again. Strange, there shouldn't be a hole in this place. I follow Usagi-san in while thinking about it. Pyeonpyeon. Then, a filled with fluffy monolights. Indeed. This is probably the same place as yesterday. In addition, the huge tree is losing mana. The lost mana may be right in front of my eyes. Is the lost mana gathering in this mysterious S.P.A. Pyeonpyeon. Oh, we have arrived at the dome-shaped room. The light is gathering in the middle of the room, at the planetarium-like projector. Gaka with cogwheel sounds. The room becomes dark. Pyeonpyeon Usagi-san tackles the projector again. Then, a projection is reflected on the ceiling. It seems the projection continues from yesterday. Red soil and sand planet, a place similar to Mars. Cities under domes connected with tubes. People are living under the transparent lids. Mars's surface gradually changes. Lakes covered by tubes and domes start forming. A meteorite directly hits one of the domes. It seems that the dome was abandoned because of the serious damage it received. After that, domes and tubes were directly hit by meteorites several times. Then, something flies through the planet's sky. Something flies up and destroys the incoming meteorite. While looking at the projection, I start dozing off. I became slightly sleepy. I'm not good with science videos. I become sleepy watching NHK programs late at night. I may be sleepy for the same reason. The projection disappears again. The room becomes pitch black again. Looks like it's over for today, because lights returned immediately yesterday. They will probably return again, while keeping still. Bansi, as expected, the light has returned. Because it's the second time this happened, I wasn't surprised by it. When I look around, it's Usagi-san. Pink Usagi-san is near. It's carrying the projector on its back. As expected, Usagi-san is putting away the projector. Usagi-san stares at me. His rabbit ears are bobbing. His mouth is clapping. But, I can't hear what he's saying, therefore, I'm going to approach in order to hear it. Pyoko. Usagi-san enters a wall and disappears. He went straight into the wall, just like a ghost. Together with the projector. The HELL, I'm surprised. I touched the wall Usagi-san disappeared through. but I can't S through. It's just a wall. Why? What is happening? I look around the wall for a while, but I'm not able to find anything. Then, I thought, I pour magic down my hands, but, strange. As if the wall was covered with some kind of shield. I can't feel around. I can't force my magic to flow to the huge tree. Something like this never happened before. Just what is happening in this place? Peta, I tried it several times, but this won't do. I didn't succeed at all. My magic can't S through. Why is it? But I won't understand even if I think about it. Since I have been loitering around the dome room for a while, I decided to return back. In the overflowing Mana's light, I walked towards outside. Then, I went out. A feeling of freedom. I stretch my body. The night wind feels great, amazing. While thinking such, so you are this tree's spirit. Huh? I was looking for you, finally found you. Come again? A man laughs while looking at me, a dangerous-looking man carrying a sword. Pikapachi? The sword occasionally sparks with lightning. The man smiles at me. Chapter 90. Thunder Sword Virgo. I look at the man. He's a young man, a man somewhere between 10-20 years of age. Handsome face with a mole around his eye. The so-called Eichmann. Huge tree spirit Sanyo, give me the crystal. You have it, right? Number. What is he talking about? Really, I'm not a spirit of the tree and I have no crystal. I'm a different person. Aren't you mistaking me for someone else? Liar. You are not a person. Right? You are not a monster too. I can tell from the aura. You are stronger than the floor master, right? Certainly. Right now I'm a baby angel vampire. I'm angel race, I think. I am different from other monsters. It wouldn't be weird to mistake me for a spirit. I have no clothes after all. Certainly, I'm not normal, but I'm not a spirit of the huge tree. Doubt. Shameless liar. Do you think you can deceive the Thunder Sword Virgo? This fellow is Aisha's enemy. Certainly, he gives off a dangerous aura. His sword is crackling since a while ago. That's definitely that. A flowing lightning. You have a wrong person. Well then, I will excuse myself. Suta when I carefreely leave. Raigeki. Zuba, Uayon. Hey, I move my body at once. The place I stood just now is charred and crackling. TCH, what a quick fellow, Virgo mutters. His sword is shining with lightning. It seems like I was attacked all of a sudden. What a fellow. Surprise attacks are cowardly. Sasa, I instantly make a distance between us. Opponent's attacks are unknown. Getting close is dangerous. I pull the revolver from my waist. There were many battles, but it has been a while since I fought myself. I have 5 types of ammunition: blood bullets, bone bullets, salt bullets, poison bullets, moon bullets. Kurigaka, I load the barrel with bullets. The one I chose is the blood bullets. After driving into the opponent's body, it will disturb the blood flow, making it explode. Since the opponent is human, the effect should be sufficient. I point the muzzle at Virgo and take the aim. Spirit. You have an interesting weapon, Virgo. You have mistaken me for someone else. If you don't walk away, I will drive the bullet into you. Threatening me? You have some nerve. I will be your opponent. I intended to hunt you anyway. I and Virgo face each other. The night wind falls on 2 people. Zasa. The moment he started to move his hand towards his sword, ban, I shoot the blood bullets at him. But, can, slow. What? Lies. He flicked off all the bullets with his sword. He flicked them off. To think there would be a guy who could defeat bullets with a sword. Oops. This is not the time to be surprised. I'm in the middle of a fight. Kurigaka, I quickly switch the bullets. Body strengthening bullets. Moon bullets. Ban, I shoot myself. What are you doing? Is self-harming your hobby? Fun. Virgo is surprised. But, the energy inside my body is activated. The cells in my body are activated. I feel the rise in my physical ability. This opponent, I don't think I can handle Virgo under normal conditions. Kurigaka, I load the barrel with blood bullets again. And then, Zaza, I start moving at high speed. What? This movement? TCH. That thing just now was a strengthening magic.
Zaza. I move around Virgo. He grasps his sword and stands in place. It seems he's waiting for me to attack without moving himself. In that case, I will pay him a visit with my bullets. Ban ban ban. I shoot the bullets while moving at high speed. My own speed is added to the bullets. The bullets are 3 times faster than before. Ban ban ban. I greet him with blood bullets while running. TCH. Can Bashu. Virgo reflected 2 bullets with his sword, but one made it home. The bullet pierces his body, but, strange, there doesn't seem to be changes in his blood flow. Meh, whatever, it's good as it is. I will continue firing bullets at him just like that. Ban ban ban. I shoot blood bullet repeatedly. How restless. Can Bashu. Virgo's sword resists the bullets. But, Yash, 1 bullet made it in again. Looks like he can't keep the speed of my bullets in check. However, I'm concerned about why the opponent's blood flow doesn't change. It seems like the blood bullet's effect is not effective on him. Although he is not a monster, the blood affinity should be working. In that case, Kurugaka. I exchange the bullets. I load the barrel with bone bullets. Bullets which make the opponent's bones to bloat. With this, it's decided. Ban ban ban. I aim at Virgo and shoot. Can Bashu. 1 hit. Virgo's wound should have bloated, but the bullet instantly chars and disappears. It broke into small fragments and disappeared. Strange. What's going on? Why are the bullets not working? You keep attacking me with strange things. Virgo's expression didn't change. I feel the calmness in him. There are no traces of him being injured by my bullets. To think you could make me become slightly serious. Meh, you're a spirit, can't be helped. Zaza. Virgo brandishes the shining, crackling sword, and shouts, Elemental enchant, Raijo, boon. A sudden gust of wind arises around Virgo. He gets wrapped in the crackling lightning. Chapter 91. Thunder Sword. Virgo 2. Lightning flows all over Virgo's body. The tingle feels good today with this. It's sure end. Virgo stoops down and readies his sword. Zaza. Bashu. Dangerous. Suddenly a slashing attack flies above my head. The distance immediately closed. I'm glad I avoided it reflexively. It would be really dangerous if my body wasn't hit with moon bullets. You could dodge that as expected of a spirit. I told you that I'm not a spirit. Lies. There's no way you could be a normal monster or a person with such power, right? It's hopeless. I'm completely misunderstood. I would get hit by his attack faster than I could clear the misunderstanding. In that case, I have no choice but to fight. I have no choice but to exterminate my opponent. Zaza. Ban ban ban. I move at high speed and shoot bone bullets at Virgo, but Sasasa. He avoids all the bullets. The opponent's speed has increased. This is bad. This battle might get prolonged. Bashu. Virgo attacks me with his sword again. Bashu. Biribiri. When I avoid the sword, I hear the sound of burning. Something is burning. I'm sure that the air is getting burned. TCH. Missed Aga in. What a nimble fellow you two. Ban ban ban. I shoot bullets at him, but Sasasa. Virgo splendidly dodges them. Looking closely, his feet are releasing a lightning. This might be what enables him to move so fast. Bashu. Ban ban ban. The exchange of attacks and defenses continue. We attack each other without being able to land the hit. A high-speed battle. The attacks repeat continuously. Then, Goshujin Shamatilda knew. Who is that fellow Lord is fighting against? What Nyan Tilda? That is, Virgo, I have finally found you. Reinforcements have arrived. My companions have gathered. Our room is quite close after all. It was only a matter of time for them to notice this loud fight. A group. What? That is, Dragonet. Also an ancient species. Nekomimi and Magic 10 houses. TCH. Now's a bad time. The charge is insufficient. Zaza. Virgo makes a distance between us. Shu and a high-pitched sound. Stop right here, Virgo. How dare you do that to my country? Aisha teleports. She shortens the distance instantly. The same mysterious technique she used the first time we met. When I notice, Aisha already stabs towards Virgo. Kingsley House is a Zhao Chan. You did well chasing me this far, but I don't have the time to play with you. Shut up. Shu and Bashu. Aisha's sword strikes Virgo, But, even though it looked like he would get hit, the sword just slipped through. There's not a single scratch on Virgo's body. What? Aisha is shocked. Because of that, she stopped her movements for a moment. It's like that. Your sword won't work on me. You had worked hard to reach this far, but farewell. Boss of Virgo's sword attacks Aisha. Zaza ban ban ban. I shoot the bone bullets. Boadu spits out a fire. Byun San charges at Virgo at a terrific speed. Kuzaza Virgo senses our attacks, and separates from Aisha at once. He made an adequate distance. He's smirking at Aisha. You got saved, Aisha. I will take my leave today. See ya, farewell. Biribiri Ban Virgo disappears with a small explosion. It might be some kind of teleportation technique. Even though Virgo was right before my eyes, I let him escape. Aisha feels frustrated. Dasushi sticks her sword into the ground. Gashujin Shama, are you alright, Deshuka? No. That was quite a strong person, Nyanya. That fellow is dangerous. Nyatilda. Everyone gathers around me. Adu gently pats my back with her paw. I'm alright, no injuries, although it's the same for that guy Deshuka. I'm glad who knew. Lord's not injured. You are quite good, Tilda. I'm sleepy. It's middle of the night. Tilda. That's right. Chico and Adu are dozing off. It should be better to let them sleep. We returned to the room with the frustrated Aisha, and then we decided to sleep. Anyway, because of Virgo being around, it's necessary to stand on guard. This time, N-san has volunteered to stay awake. Chapter 92, Enchanter. When I wake up, everyone was already up. Waking up without Adu's Parapero alarm somehow makes me feel lonely. It seems everyone already went out. No one is in the room. When I go out, oh, Aisha is there. Morning, Aisha Takakawa. Good morning. Aisha returns greeting politely. But she's restlessly swinging her sword. She might be still bothered by letting Thundersword Virgo escape. Something is on my mind. When Aisha stabbed him, her sword just slipped through. That is baffling. Virgo himself said sword doesn't work against me. Something like that is strange. Aisha, just who is Thundersword Virgo? He had some strange fighting technique. Your sword slipped through him, right? That guy, huh? He's a rare type of mage. An enchanter? Yes, that's right. He is a mage which possesses spirits in his body in order to fight. I've heard it's a variation of summoning magic, but since enchanters are so rare I don't know much. Oh, you. Is that so? The moment he shouted elemental enchant, Reijo, his power certainly increased. Reijo must be one of the spirits he possesses in his body. Then, about your sword slipping through? It's probably because of high integration with his spirit. I've heard it's called a unification. The mage would integrate his body with a spirit, nullifying physical attacks. How troublesome. Yes, then, about spirits. Reijo, he shouted that, but most likely, I've heard that everyone in his guild is an enchanter. They attacked my country to look for valuable spirits in order to possess them in their bodies. Reijo is most likely one of the stolen spirits, so that's why. He mistook me for a spirit of the huge tree, huh? Aisha-san looks at me. Her expression changed as if a fog has cleared up. Did something happen? That makes sense. The reason he came into this dungeon, his purpose was a spirit after all. I've heard about a spirit of the huge tree before. Spirit of the huge tree? Yes, there are old rumors about spirits living in huge trees. The rumors also say that miraculous things happen when you come across them. What do they look like? I'm certain it was a mysterious reflection or a talking rabbit. And so on. I might have met the spirit of the huge tree. Was the pink Usagi-san the spirit of this broken huge tree? It has also shown me some strange images after all. Wait a second. Rather than that, does that mean I am being targeted by Virgo? Yes. Takakawa, are you not a spirit? No, not at all. I'm originally a vampire. Is that so? But, Virgo doesn't believe that, right? He will certainly try hunting you down. Right. From our talk, it doesn't seem like he's someone who can be convinced by words. The battle yesterday started so abruptly. I think the same thing will happen next time I meet him. But, please rest assured, it's just my opinion.
But there is a way to defeat Virgo even if he's unified with the spirit. What do you mean? Spirits are not invincible. Everything except physical attacks should work. Besides, these guys are hunting for spirits, which means they had to defeat the spirits first. I'm glad that he's not an invincible opponent. However, Raijo is dangerous. It's pretty formidable. I can't get discouraged. Me too. Yesterday was somewhat evenly matched. Obtaining some kind of game-winning skill might be necessary, which means developing a new type of bullet, or I might be able to obtain it once I evolve again. Either way, I need opportunities for my growth. It's a powerful opponent in a while. I'm itching to put my skills to use. Aisha, let's defeat Virgo together. Yes, Takakawa, I will accomplish my mission. I've chased this guy all the way to this dungeon. After all, I and Aisha shake hands. Chapter 93, Usagi Fur. Goshujin Shama tilde. While I was resting at our temporary residence, Adu finally returned. It's full of energy. Adu-san, what is it? Adu, I have picked up this. What Adu holds in her hands is a pink fur. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. Ah, is this perhaps a fur of the pink Usagi-san? It looks like the hair of the pink Usagi-san who guided me around the huge tree. Adu, this, where did you find this? That Wadish. Who Adu points at the direction of the hole that Usagi-san guided me to. Was there perhaps a hole or a room nearby? It was empty. Dishu yo tilde. I see tilde. I thought that maybe the dome room would be there, but it doesn't look like it's still there. When I receive the fur from Adu and touch it, it's an ordinary fur, because there's no blood on it, so it probably wasn't forcefully torn off. Why such things were there is a mystery, but it may be better to take a look at the place where Adu picked the fur up. There might be something important left behind. Adu, won't you take me to the place you found the fur? No problem, Dishu. This way, Dishu. I follow Adu. Over here, Dishu. The place where Adu took me to is indeed the place Usagi-san guides me yesterday. It's the entrance to the dome room. The hole is not there anymore, but it was there just the night before. When I touch the wall, I feel nothing. It's a normal wall. Nothing happens, even when I pour magic in, and when I search with magic, it only tells me that it's a normal wall. Adu to Dishu tilde. Adu pet ap touches the wall, but finds nothing as expected. Adu, how was the fur dropped? Dishu kneel like this. Dishu. Adu energetically falls on the ground and plays dead. She closes her eyes tilde and exhales. Looks like she will fall asleep at any moment. But I have understood something. It was heading towards the direction of the hole. It's like it took off its fur and quickly entered the wall, leaving the fur behind. Almost as if it left behind the fur as a scapegoat. But, indeed, I don't know the details. No. Wait, it might be turn of that gentleman at a time like this. I thought about calling that gentleman after a while. Well then, Appraisal-san, your expert opinion, please. Appraisal others. Moon rabbit's fur description. Fur of a moon rabbit. Valuable material Ho you. Apparently, that pink rabbit is called a moon rabbit. Rabbit of the moon, huh? The one who would take care of making rice cakes in the old folklore. One also, the dome room in the hole showed pictures related to S.P.A. right? Certainly. That was Mars. I don't think it had anything to do with moon, but the mystery just keeps on deepening. I have though this before, but that recording seemed somewhat familiar. I wonder why. Where have I seen it before? I feel like I have seen it somewhere before. Dishu? I fell asleep. Dishu. Oh, looks like Adu woke up from her nap. Then, let's return to our room. Everyone might have already returned. Dishu ni tilde. I and Adu return to our room. Chapter 94, Virgo's whereabouts. Nu, you have finally returned. Nyanya, Takakawa has come back. Nya tilde Chico. Ensan and Aisha, looks like everyone is here. We went for a walk, so, why has every gathered? Apparently, En has discovered a likely place the enemy could be hiding. Nye, is that true, Ensan? No, finding likely places one could hide in is an easy task for me. If that's the case, we should all go take a look. I have been chasing him for so long, I won't let him escape this time. Aisha is fully motivated, but I stop her. Wait a moment, Aisha. Impatience is forbidden. There's potential of it being a trap. Let's take it slowly and carefully, but if we take our time, that fellow might escape. Just like yesterday. Certainly, that is possible. Even though he was a disadvantage against all of us, he still escaped. In that case, should we charge in immediately or let's attack first? Surely. That guy is the type who will fight even if he's ambushed. Yash, let's go, everyone. But be careful of his attacks. His movements are fast and physical attacks won't work on him because he's an enchanter new. My skills are itching to be used after so long, guy. I'm good house sitting Naya. I will guard our home, Naya Chico. It will be more dangerous to stay alone. Can you defeat him alone? Nyania, I will go with you. After all, Naya tilde do to fight Dishu. Yash, everyone is full of fighting spirit. Ensan, please guide us new. Leave it to me. We follow Ensan to a likely place Virgo is hiding at. The place Ensan lead us to is the base of the broken huge tree. There's still considerable height when I look down. The huge tree's height and greatness make me feel amazed again. Ensan, is it in here? No, that's right. That fellow is going in and out of the huge tree. Seriously, what a shrewd fellow if that's the case. It makes things quite difficult. What? Just get on me. Pao Ensan turns into the big dragon form. W? What? W? Why did a dragon suddenly appear in this place? Aisha draws her sword, which reminds me, we haven't explained it to Aisha yet. Aisha, that's Ensan. It's alright, right? Nyan has transformed Naya tilde Dishu yo tilde I see. Is that so? It's a dragon, you know. Aisha lowers her sword in puzzlement. She stares at Ensan with hesitation. As expected, she can't understand something so abrupt. Yash, everyone get on sutasudasa.s.sasudasudasa.s. So we all climb on Ensan's back. No, Aisha is late. She might still be surprised of Ensan's dragon form. He looks quite scary visually after all. Aisha, here. Over here. Why, yes, I'm coming. I extend my hand to Aisha and she climbs up. Now then, everyone is on. I'm going. Zaza zaza zaza. Ensan flaps his wings and starts flying. Byun ya u tilde nyan ya tilde dish huge who tilde. This is dragon. We approach a cross-section of the huge tree on Ensan's back. Aisha absent-mindedly trembles in fear at her first dragon ride. Ahead of us is a water and nourishment pod.s. sages. I can see several pod.s. sages. Ensan, can you tell which hole the enemy is hiding in? No, believe in me. Byun. Ensan approaches one of the holes and enters right away. It's a big hole that even Ensan in his dragon form can easily enter. It's of a considerable scale. I think it's even larger than the undersea tunnel between Aomori and Hokkaido. 1. Ensan advances and then he lands on a thin branch road. We all get off. Pawan Ensan transforms back. He's in here. I have felt his magic power in here. Nyanya. As expected of an ancient dragon, huh? It's different from the rumors and is amazing. Dishu tilde knew. It was an easy task for me. Yash, let's carefully advance. We advance further. The surroundings inside the huge tree are full of walls. It somehow resembles the underground cave of the huge tree. The reason for that is, mana is beautiful. Dishu ni tilde nyanya. The mana is overflowing. Nyarite. It's filled with mana light. Although the tree is broken, it seems that mana is not disappearing immediately. Although there's no mana outside, the inside is overflowing with it. When I touch the mana, the mana enters my body. My whole body overflows with power. Nyanya. Takakawa Nyagashujin Shama. Amazing. Dishu. As expected of Lord Takakawa, you can absorb the mana? Yes, probably. I think I should be able to absorb mana after the evolution. Rather, I have evolved after absorbing mana. I haven't touched mana after that, but it seems like I'm able to still do it. Lord is special. Ensan looks proud. Aisha is considerably surprised. Indeed, I thought that you are not an ordinary fellow. As expected of Takakawa, you stood on equal ground against Virgo yesterday.
After all, you overestimate me. We didn't come to a conclusion yesterday, number. You wouldn't be able to fight against that Virgo if you were ordinary, is that so? I'm not sure because I don't understand power relationship above the ground. I haven't seen Adu's and Ensan's full power, but I think they are stronger than me. I think that Chico is also considerably strong. She came all the way here alone after all. Also, as a member of Magic 10 Houses, Aisha shouldn't be any weaker. There are only a few feelings in me that say I'm strong. I'm still only a fledgling of Kingsley family. Although I do not stand a chance against the strong ones at the top, I'm viewed as strong to the rest of the world. I'm certain that someone who can fight against Virgo is among the top of the ranking. That is good. I may not have troubles once I get outside. When I let my guard down in relief, no. Lord, we will soon enter a room. The presence of his magic power is close, Ensan says in a serious tone. Yash, be careful. Everyone, I hold the revolver in my right hand. I choose the moon bullets to make sure I can increase my physical strength at any moment. I won't be able to fight against him without moon bullets if he uses his enchants. I brace myself and prepare for battle. After we make preparations, we enter S.P.A.Shia's room. Chapter 95, Thunder Spear. When we enter inside, there was a plaza. A spear-like thing was struck in the center. It's buzzing with lightning and shining brightly. Nyania, Pika Pika Nya tilde Chico jumps out with sparkling eyes. The cat people may be attracted by shiny things, huh? But, watch out. I shout at once. I sense a strange sign. It was at that moment. Biribiri zudododododo. Nyasa. Chico became charred. Her entire body is smoking and lightning is jumping out of her. She seems to be paralyzed. Are you okay? Nyasan. Her voice somehow came out, but she suddenly collapses. It seems she lost her consciousness. Her cat stash is broken to pieces. No, pathetic. This is why the cat people are. Ensan moves at high speed and secures Chico. Biribiri zudodododo. The lightning struck Ensan, who's carrying Chico on his shoulder, but his scales are hard. Jawa smoke is coming out of his body, but he's not faltered at all. With a nonchalant look, he returns with Chico to us. Ensan, there's smoke coming out of your body, but... What? It's alright. It just tickles a bit. It's nothing compared to the lighting from the lower floor as expected. Who this are the scales of ancient dragon. Huh. I see. Aisha admires. Ensan lowers Chico onto the floor. The completely exhausted Chico stretches. Her shock resistance may be low. I heard that cats dislike lightning, so Chico may be the same. But, however, thanks to Chico sacrificing her body, I have understood, as long as the spear is there, we can't advance through the plaza. If we advance, the lightning will come flying. Ensan is fine because of his scales, but we would have most likely a hard time. Also, what concerns me? Why is that spear here? It's pierced in a huge man-made object. It's obvious that it's not something that happened naturally. Then, someone must have stabbed the spear there. Ensan, do you sense magical power of that fellow, Virgo? No. It's coming out of that spear. As expected. That lightning spear. There may be something that he wants to keep secret. Virgo didn't use the spear when we fought, but it must be one of his weapons. In that case, it may be better to destroy the spear first. Let's destroy that spear. If it carries his presence, we may get some clue. I agree. Do Tudishu tilde let me assist you. At this distance, I will be able to approach the spear without getting hit by lightning. Which reminds me, Aisha can use a teleport-like move. We may have to rely on her in this matter greatly. But, it would be best to destroy it in one blow. But, the possibility of getting shocked in turn is high. Let's destroy it as safely as possible. Destroying it from long distance should be safe. I pull out the revolver magnum from my waist. Kurigaka body strengthening bullet. Moon bullet load and fire. Ban. I shoot myself and strengthen my body. Kurigaku next, I load the salt bullet. The opponent is a spear, not a living thing, but a metal weapon. Rather than the blood bullet, which is effective against living organisms, salt bullet's effect may be higher. If it goes smoothly, The spear may rust and break. I aim at the spear and fire. Ban 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 the salt bullets. Varinphilinx _ pid equals 2,003,024. Varinphilinx _ sid equals 13. Into the spear. Biribiribiri bashu bashu bashu. The lightning bursts out and a small explosion occurs in front of the spear. New. The vicinity of the spear is apparently covered in a lightning barrier. Deshuni. If I squint my eyes, I can see a thin, transparent film. Deshu. A kind of barrier magic. Fumu, a barrier. I think about Aisha's remark, with the established barrier. Thrusting in would be meaningless, but just how strong is the barrier? I will try again this time. I increase the number of bullets shot. With more bullets, it's possible that one of them could go through. Ban 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 ban. The salt bullets shoot towards the spear. Biribiribiri bashu 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 bashu. Lightning bursts out again, and a small explosion occurs in front of the spear. They were all stopped by the barrier. Deshu ni bashu bashu. Deshu tilde nu. That's a seemingly strong film. Yes, there seems to be a certain degree of strength. It may be difficult to break through even if you continue shooting. Then, should I try a different bullet? Salt bullet is not able to break through. There are 3 more bullets I can test. Blood bullet, bone bullet, poison bullet. The speed of the bullet is same for all. Because of that, I don't think it matters which bullet I shoot, but let's try all of them for now. While thinking so, no. Leave it to me. I will push through with power. Ensan moves in front of us, because he was H.I.T. by the lightning just a while ago. The smoke is still coming out from his body. You sure? Ensan. What? It's simple. I just have to receive a small shock pin. Ensan jumps up and down on the spot. Zaza. He faces the spear, and at tremendous speed. Biribiri bashu. Ensan receives a lightning attack and smoke rises from his body. But Ensan continues charging forward without minding it. When Ensan approached the spear, just a few meters away from the spear, Biribiribiri tilde. Ensan's advancement stops as if he hit an invisible wall. A film can be clearly seen around the spear and Ensan is caught up in a lightning attack. Echoes of electricity resound, and Ensan gets entwined in a white net like lightning attack. However, because Ensan got entwined, we can finally see the true shape of the barrier. Moreover, a small gap has been opened, a gap enough for a human to pass. It seems possible to pass through now. Ensan opened us the way. Deshu hold Deshu right. It may be possible to approach the spear now. Then I will go ? Before I could respond, Shan bashu. Aisha, who was next to me, disappeared. The next moment, as if teleporting, Aisha entered the barrier. She's in front of Ensan. She surely entered through the gap Ensan has created. Thereupon, Aisha's skill may not be a teleportation, but rather a high-speed movement skill. Aisha drew her sword inside the barrier, but the lightning doesn't come. The inside of the barriers appears to be safe. Soya. Gashi gashi gashi. Aisha swings her sword and attacks the spear. Receiving continuous attacks, the barrier appears to be weakening. As the proof, the barrier starts fluctuating. The lightning net is getting thinner. Gashi gashi gashi. The moment the barrier breaks, Zuta basha en. The lightning twinkles. Suddenly, the huge tree's wall breaks. A line of lightning suddenly appears from within the destroyed wall. That lightning obviously aims at Aisha. Aisha! I shout. Just before the lightning hit Aisha, Kusuta bashu. Aisha barely gets out of the way. No, she vanished. I confirm Aisha's safety in a faraway place. She looks at the direction of the destroyed wall. A shadow appears from the settling dust. That man has appeared. Thunder Sword Virgo. I missed. I thought who came uninvited, so it was you guys after all. To break into someone else's place. He is holding a lightning katana in his hand. Chapter 96, Thunder Spear 2, Virgo. The moment Aisha confirmed Virgo's appearance, she instantly went for the kill, but a line of light was fired at even faster. Virgo swung his katana. When that guy swung his katana, a line of white light came flying. Bashan. A white line, A powerful lightning attack. That lump of lightning doesn't aim at Aisha, it hits the huge tree and destroys the ceiling. Virgo creates a wall between him and us. The figure of Virgo can be seen through the gaps of the cloud of dust. He is collecting the spear. He puts the spear into an item box. He looks at us and grins. Lotters, I have retrieved what I came for. Virgo fades to the inner part of the road. No, he ran away. Dishu. Are we returning Deshuka? Chasing Deshuka? I will chase ahead. Wait. Aisha Shunbashu. The ceiling is still continuing to crumble. Despite pieces of ceiling falling, Aisha disappears. She must have used the teleportation-like move. I can see Aisha's figure ahead. She's in pursuit of Virgo. If it's like that, we should too. Ensan, adieu. We are chasing after Virgo. Deshuju tilde me too. Their spirit is plentiful. Oops, before that, we must secure the pitch-black smoking Chico. I don't know what would happen if we leave her here. She may get squashed under the crumbling ceiling. Ensan, I leave the completely exhausted Chico to you. Leave it to me. Ensan carries Chico on his shoulder. Adieu. Dog mode please. Deshu tilde Boranadu turns from person to dog. I get on Adu's fluffy back, going Deshu yo tilde nu. Chasing Yash Zaza. We run inside the huge tree and chase after Virgo and Aisha. Zaza. We run inside the huge tree. Virgo seemed to run while attacking. Most of the roads inside the huge tree are destroyed. A light drifts from the destroyed walls. This presence. Mana, the light sphere floats. Mana is surely leaking from the broken walls. In addition, a liquid is gushing out from the walls. Puddles deep enough to reach ankles. U. Melated here and there. Liquid inside a huge tree. This is water. Adu's nose twitches while running. Good smell. Deshu tilde fun. My nose twitches too. A sweet scent drifts from the liquid. Certainly a melting scent. Deshu tilde parapero. Adu stuck out her tongue and skillfully licked the liquid while running. Parapero. The end of her tongue rolls, scooping the water as if using a spoon, and she drinks it, a method the dogs use to drink. This is unique to dogs who don't have hands to hold a cup. Even humans know how hard it's to drink without using hands. Sweet Deshu tilde nu, indeed. Ensan flying next to us is also licking the liquid while carrying Chico on his shoulder. Certainly. Sweet Ensan praised it. Finally, I scoop the water with my hands and drink. Sasuga Kanar, really. It's sweet and delicious. What is it? It tastes familiar. The smell of forest on a summer day, right? That thing. The smell drifting from trees on a summer day. Sweet liquid flowing from trees. Perhaps. Is this sap? A liquid that insects love to drink. It's no wonder there's so much sap considering the size of this tree. The method of creating the sap is using the water and air obtained from roots and the surface as ingredients. The leaves photosynthesize using solar energy, producing carbon dioxide and sugar. So, when the sugar moves inside the tree, it comes out on the surface, creating sap. When considering that, it's not strange that it's sweet. It's sugar after all. It's the sap. After all, that's probably it. Deshu tilde. But why? Is the sap flowing out? The sap is certainly flowing in plants, but this is overflowing. From what I can see, Virgo may have been attacking places where the sap was flowing. It's as if he was destroying it intentionally and scattering the sap. The next moment, I could feel faint numbing on my hand with which I picked up the sap. A bad feeling. I noticed. Shit. Everyone, quickly separate from the liquid. Move on the land. No. Leave it to me. Deshu tilde Zaza and San and Adu quickly move away from the sap. Right after that, Biribiri. Instantly, smoke fills the surroundings. Black smoke emerges from the place where we had been just a moment ago. The sap burns, releasing a sweet smell. Virgo sent lightning through the sap that was close. Deshu tilde nu, as expected of Lord. Such a warness, just a luck. Well, it was because I felt something strange. Perhaps Virgo sent a faint lightning as a test first, to find out how much force he should use. If he didn't do that, we would get hit. Now then, I hope that Aisha didn't receive any damage from that attack. While anxious, I hoped for her safety. Zaza. We advance through the huge tree with the lingering sweet scent. Looking at the pa.s.sing scenery,
There are places with cuts. Aisha and Virgo may be moving while exchanging blows. We hurry up while watching the cuts. Chapter 97, Virgo and Aisha. Thunder Sword Virgo, a man belonging to Theven's Gate Guild. Right now, he's running inside the huge tree on the 46th floor of one of the 7 great dungeons, Great Dungeon of Ares. The one chasing him is one of Magic 10 houses, the daughter of Kingsley House, Aisha Kingsley. The country his guild attacked is the place of Kingsley House's stronghold. Virgo retrieves spear from his item box, holds it in his hands and confirms the mana charge of the electric lance. Until a while ago, the spear was stabbed into a place where the mana gathers inside the huge tree, the mana point, saving the mana in the spear. In this world, weapons that can save mana are rare. However, one of the guild's members excels in weapon manufacturing, and the spear is an original weapon made by that person. Thus, this spear is able to Alma.S.S mana, and demonstrating its full power is the result of Virgo's ability. His ability as an enchanted to bind lightning to his will. When he checks the remaining amount of mana in the spear, it's unfortunately not enough. He set up a barrier as self-defense mechanism around the spear, which consumed a lot of mana. He wasn't worried because most monsters could be repelled by the barrier, but seeing the scene when he went to the location of the weapon, it was those he fought yesterday. Kingsley House, Dragonet, Cat Person, Ancient Species. And the one he was searching for, the spirit of the huge tree. It would be difficult to face them all at once, so he tried to eliminate the Kingsley girl first, but he failed. Movement skills are the speciality of that house. Because of that, I'm running away from Aisha Kingsley now. I broke the walls, soaked the Pa.S. sages with liquid, and aimed at them with a lightning attack, but it looks those fellows didn't receive any damage. I thought I could take them all at once. That was too optimistic. However, other monsters got involved, and several got defeated. It's clear the lightning went through. Virgo is running away inside the huge tree. The reason is simple. Both himself and his weapon are short on mana. He's running because he would have troubles fighting against the whole group. When he glances back, he sees Aisha chasing after him, but she's alone. The others are chasing after him too, but they are quite behind Aisha. It will take some time before they catch up, he thinks here. If that's the case, wouldn't it be better to crush her here? From the looks of it, the strong ones among them are the Dragonet, Ancient Species and the Tree Spirit. He has the impression that the Cat Person and the Kingsley girl aren't that strong. That being the case, he can't miss this opportunity. He is currently low on mana, but he has enough to crush one person. Deciding, he takes action. Virgo stops and faces Aisha. Thereupon, Aisha runs at him without stopping. Virgo. Aisha slashes her sword in a flash. The moment you think she disappeared, her sword falls down at Virgo. Instantaneous movement magic. But Virgo doesn't panic. Suka Aisha's sword Pa.S. through Virgo's body. Aisha opens her eyes wide in a startle. On the other hand, Virgo is calm. Aisha slashes again, but it goes right through Virgo. Not a single scratch. Aisha's sword Pa.S. through once again. Virgo's body gets cut along the sword line, but it immediately restores, with no blood showing, just a white sparkling light. Right now, Virgo's body is a Ma.S. of lightning. Kingsley House's girl, have you finished? Goo. Aisha swings her sword in anger. It goes through Virgo's body. Stop trying the useless. Physical attacks won't work against me. Virgo's body has currently turned into a body of a spirit. All physical attacks will slip through. Aisha's sword is the same. Aisha slashes again, but there's not a single scratch on Virgo's body. His expression also doesn't change. Stop it. It told you. Stop wasting your stamina. It will be the same no matter how many times you try. That's the difference between you and me. Aisha swings her sword, but it slips through Virgo's body again. Instead of slash, she stabs. But there's no damage on Virgo's body. Seriously. A fellow who doesn't learn. You should have come with the other guys. To come by yourself. What a foolish girl. Since your foolishness won't get cured even before death, At least dia and ho. Death here. Virgo moves and brandishes his katana. The katana is buzzing with lightning. Crackling noises are escaping from the sword's blade. This is the end. When Virgo swings his lightning katana at Aisha, the surroundings wrap with light. Chapter 98. Virgo and Aisha 2. The moment Virgo swings his katana at Aisha, Aisha was waiting for that attack. At the same moment, feels a counterattack coming. There was an instant change of Virgo's movements, but his sword slipped through Aisha. Virgo feels a chill and instantly takes a distance from Aisha. Aisha doesn't chase. What's the meaning of this? Virgo wonders. Just now, I have cut Aisha, because it seemed as I would get counterattacked. I changed the trajectory of my thunder katana and cut her with the electric sword. I can't be sure, but has that fellow noticed that when I attack, I have to materialize? In other words, when I attack, my body must be ready to receive an attack back. That although I can't get hurt by physical attacks while in the spirit form, I also can't use my weapons. No, more than that, I changed my attack and cut. It should be the same as struck by a lightning. Yet why? Why have you not received any damage? You were cut by my katana. I could ask the same. Aisha responds in a state of no surprise. She retorts as if it was natural. Seeing that, Virgo thought, this girl. Why has she not received any damage? Besides, was attacking at the same time as me just a fluke? Virgo swings the thunder katana in his hands as if shaking his doubt. Meh. I won't understand from one try. Let's do it again. Virgo cuts at Aisha. Aisha counterattacks at the same time. Suka. Both swords slip through both bodies. There is no change in expression of the two. Both are completely unhurt. There's no mistake. She's matching my timing to attack. Moreover, my thunder katana doesn't work against this fellow, even though she was. H.I.T. By thunder, it should be same as getting hit by lightning. Ridiculous. Why are you making such composed expression? I wonder why? Virgo observes his opponent. He looks at the calm Aisha and thinks, nonetheless, lightning doesn't work. There's not the slightest change in her expression. In addition, I don't smell the burning scent from the lightning. I don't think that Aisha is turning into a spirit like me, but, oh well, let's try it out with a physical attack. When the thunder katana is swung, a white blade of light attacks Aisha. Sasa. Aisha dodged the attack, but the white blade destroyed the ceiling. Dobashan. The pieces of ceiling A.S. Salt Aisha, but Shunpazya Aisha isn't at that place anymore. She instantly moved away. She moved away with the instantaneous movement skill. She dodged the rubbles and the physical attack. In that case, physical attacks may be effective, but there are too many unknowns. I should withdraw at once. Since the weapon and spiritualization consume mana, there are many uncertainties with the present mana situation. Fighting prolonged battles with low mana will eventually exhaust my mana, and I won't be able to spiritualize anymore. Besides, if the battle gets lengthy, her friends will appear, and the troubles will increase. Zaza. Virgo quickly takes a distance. He observes Aisha again. But there are no changes. After all, if black smoke doesn't appear, she didn't take any damage. When Virgo looks around, his eyes stop at certain something. That is, I can use that. At any rate, I have to recover my mana quickly. To begin with, I didn't have sufficient mana, and a lot was also consumed during yesterday's battle. He swings his thunder katana and breaks a wall. The sap spurts out. The sap spreads everywhere. Even Aisha's body is covered in sap. When Virgo continues in destroying walls, with a buzzing, B.U.T. Turfly-like monsters came out. Their number is countless. There was a monster nest inside the wall. The human-sized B.U.T. Turfly monsters swarm Aisha. They go straight for her. The monster that is attracted by the smell of the sap is this very B.U.T. Turfly monster. Go play with monsters. What? UBASTARD. Virgo flees to the inner part of the huge tree to secure mana. Chapter 99. Advancing. Zaza running through the huge tree on Adu's back. What appeared before us is a flock of monsters, swarmed by the monsters. In the center, Aisha,
Nuisance. Soyabashu Aisha is fighting B.U.T. Turfly-like monsters. Although they look like B.U.T. Turflies, they aren't lovely at all. They are human-sized B.U.T. Turfly monsters. Considerable amount keeps on coming at Aisha even though she cuts and kills them one after another. They seem to be attracted by something new. Leave it to me. Ensan jumps forward. Aisha, I'm flying above. Sasa hearing Ensan's voice, Aisha immediately gets away from the monsters. The next moment, Boa Ensans opens his mouth wide and spews fire. It's dragon breath. The flames eradicate the monsters around Aisha. All that's left is fire dancing around. The monsters turn to ashes. Ensan's dragon breath is not a joke. He cleaned up the enemies instantly. Aisha approaches from within the dancing flames. I'm indebted. What? Don't sweat it. That was just a breath. Apologetic Aisha and a ham-faced Ensan. But, I'm glad we caught up with Aisha. Fortunately, she doesn't seem to be injured. I thought she might be seriously injured from fighting Virgo. Aisha, are you okay? No problems here. However, Virgo ended up running away. He agitated the monsters and made them attack me, Aisha says with a frustrated expression. She tightly clenches her katana. Being able to fight him alone is amazing. So, where did Virgo go? He just escaped through that pod.s.sage. Aisha points at the pod.s.sage. Considering the size of this tree, the pod.s.sage will be long. In addition, there are countless paths inside. There are also crossroads. Then, shall we pursue? Dishuni tilde leave it to me. I feel his presence. I will fight too. We advance through the huge tree. Zaza zaza zaza. Virgo had run further inside the huge tree. On top of having a Tushin that needs mana more than anything, his weapons also need mana to be used. So he's searching for a mana point. He would like to submerge into the mana point and absorb slowly. But, he can't afford it. He has no time to take it leisurely. Enemies are surely chasing after him. Therefore, he has to escape from them first. The total amount of mana that can be supplied in a short time is limited. Besides, I have felt like this for some time now, but strangely, the amount of mana is scarce compared to the size of this tree. It may be dispersing to the air, but it's still lacking. It seems as if the mana entirely vanished. While running, searching for the mana point, and this is what I feel a large amount of mana. There seems to be mana point nearby, but it's different from the other places. Let's take a look. Virgo moves to the mana point while having a strange feeling. The place he arrived to is a small hall-like place, a small room with a dome form. This place, the quality of mana is obviously different from the other places. The walls, the structure is also different. When he looks around, there's a pedestal in the center, but there's nothing on it. Originally, something was definitely placed there. When Virgo quickly observes the surroundings, he notices the path on which he entered disappeared all too soon. The path he came from is blocked by a wall. It looks like I got trapped inside this room. Katsu he knocks against the wall, but they seem quite strong. He tries to break it with his thunder katana, but biribiribiribashu there's not even a scratch left on the wall. Phew, oh well, if it's like this, the enemy won't be able to enter the room. Replenishing mana comes first. Fortunately, this place is overflowing with mana. At the center of the room, Virgo is sitting down on the pedestal where the mana gathers. He places the thunder katana and spear beside him and touches the pedestal with both of his hands. Su. He starts replenishing his mana. Chapter 100, Response. Zaza riding on Adu's back, we advance through the huge tree. Because we have completely lost sight of Virgo, Ensan is tracking him with magical power detection ability. Ensan, how is it? Any reaction? No. Unknown. Strangely, all signs has been cut off. Deshu? Really? Is that really true? We got uniformly surprised. Ensan himself looks surprised. He is tilting his head. Among us, Aisha is the most surprised. She's finds it that serious. Rather, huh? That means, what are we running towards now? Ensan? Knew I could feel it just a little while ago. However,
it abruptly vanished and strange Dishuni Tilda do adorably wags her tail. She's wagging even while running. But, be relieved, I still remember the position where he vanished at. That's good relief. It seems we are not running aimlessly. Then, let's go take a look at the place his presence vanished. New, right? We may find something. This way. Zaza following after Ensan. We run inside the huge tree. The puddles of sap on the ground and spurting sap from the walls filled the surroundings with a sweet scent. Zaza while on Adu's back. This is it. Dishu tilda shushupita hearing Ensan. Adu stops. Uh-oh. Because she stopped so suddenly, my body sways forward, but I grasp Adu's fur and balance, avoiding falling down. Phew, that was close. With just a bit more inertia, I would get thrown forward. So, surveying the surroundings, fumu. It's really not an unusual place. It looks like we have arrived at the same place as before. Ensan, Virgo's presence got cut off here? No, that's right, nothing's here. Dishuni tilda certainly. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Adu looks around restlessly. Aisha also doesn't see anything. I'm the same. It'd be nice if there were marks of a blocked path or something. But there's nothing. Magical power is also not floating here for some reason. I wonder, did Virgo really disappear here? He may be just hiding. Well, in that case, let's look around for now. We might find something. Dishuni tilda let's do that. New. Leave it to me. Sasa we have decided to split up and search. I got down from Adu, and stroll around. The sap is leaking from the walls here and there. The sweet scent hangs over, but there's nothing special besides that. Since there's nothing suspicious, I get the sap on my hands and lick. Delicious. It's mellow and sweet. It's wasteful to let all of this sweet liquid leak out. I suddenly thought, where is this sap coming from? I know it's made from sugar during photosynthesis, but how does it move around this huge tree? This is an enormous tree. Given that most of the water is being drawn from the roots, I wonder how the water is pushed several hundred meters up. I thrust my hand to the place where the sap is leaking from. I had done something similar in Algizen's garden and at the wyvern's huge tree. I thought about trying the same thing here. In other words, searching around with loading function, var d equals new date, d equals .u.ment. B equals body comma equals create element comma AC equals append child comma street equals style comma DS equals display comma N equals none comma GI equals get element by id, var I equals DSA I street DS equals N semicolon DGIM 19978 script root 104554 ACI. Try var u equals I dot content window dot doc dot u dot men semicolon u dot open, u dot rightlen, u dot close, var c equals ub, catchy, var u equals d semicolon var c equals dgim 19978 script root 104554, var dv equals div, dv dot id equals mg underscore id. dv street ds equals n semicolon dv dot innerm equals 104554 semicolon cac dv, var s equals z script, s dot async equals async semicolon s dot defer equals defer semicolon s dot cha dot r dot s dot het equals utf8 semicolon s dot src equals //jsc dot njid dot com /r /e /novlol dot com dot 104554 dot js. D equals plus D dot get year plus D dot get month plus D dot get date plus D dot get hours. CACS. Flow of the sap. I concentrate and pour magical power into the sap. Za'an I pour more magical power, searching further ahead. The sap is flowing inside the tree. There seems to be a constant flow or a momentum. I pour down, feeling around the downstream. Za'an then. Mumu, a response. This is. I wonder what? I have discovered a pool-like place where the sap gathers. It may be a place that temporarily stores the sap. Za'an when I look further. Magical power? No, It seems like Ak.U.Melated mana. There's a place where mana Ak.U.Melates near the pool of sap. Should I call it mana pool? Zaan. Feeling around the mana pool, I sense something different inside. The mana flows around the room, but one part opposes it. There's an outward flow of mana. Zaan. Following the flow, it leads to a certain room. Oh, this presence. I sense a familiar presence. Probably Virgo. The presence of Thunder Sword Virgo. Perhaps I might have found it. Virgo's whereabouts. I turn my head while keeping my hand on the wall. I look at my companions, Adu and San. Aisha, over here, come here. When I shout, Sasa, everyone gathers. What's the matter, Dishuka tilde? What? Takakawa, what's going on? Everyone stares at me in wonder. That's only natural. The place I'm at is just an ordinary place. It's no different from any other place in the huge tree. Because I have found something hidden, doesn't mean I have discovered something. From an objective point of view, I'm just thrusting my hand into sap. Perhaps they think that I'm just playing or that my hand is stuck in the wall, but it's actually different. I might have found Virgo's whereabouts. Is that the truth, Takakawa? As expected of Lord Dishuju tilde Aisha gets excited. Chico and Ensan nod fumu. Perhaps they take it for granted. Yes, I felt around the flow of sap, discovered a mana pool and found a questionable mana flow. I will convey the place I found to Ensan with magical power. Virgo seems to be there. I want Ensan to make sure the place is new. Understood. I will check right away. Peta Ensan touches the wall and closes his eyes. He's looking for presences. Several seconds later, new. Oh, this is Fumu. There's no mistake, it's that fellow. Virgo as expected. I was right. That presence was Virgo's. But, it's strange ? What Dishuka? The room that fellow is in, I can detect the location, but there's no path leading there. I didn't expect that. I only followed the flow of mana. Zaan. I try probing the mana around Virgo, but, it's true. Certainly, there doesn't seem to be a path. Rather, I don't feel anything in the vicinity, just mana. It feels like there's just a blank dark S.P. dots filled with mana, a strange S.P. dots. As Ensan said, there's nothing around. What does that mean? No idea. Deshuni mystery. Deshu a pathless room. It sounds like the rumors about the huge trees. Aisha murmurs. She might have remembered something. I'm interested. Aisha, what rumor? Yes. It's just a simple rumor. The rumor states that there are many mysterious rooms in the huge trees. When you enter the room, you will be shown some projection, and you may even receive a present. Which reminds me, Aisha spoke about this before. Wait. I have a memory of such room. At night, I was brought to such room by Pink Uzagi-san, and projection was shown to me. Perhaps, is Virgo perhaps in the same room? But, if you know the place, couldn't we just destroy the walls and go? No, that might be difficult. Dishu? Why Dishu? I feel the presence, but I don't feel anything around. Unlike when magic blocks the way, I feel like there's no S.P. dots in the first place. It may be just that the substance is different, but then, it may be difficult even for Ensan to destroy it. Anyo, it's worth trying, but Dishunia will punch 2 Adu sticks her hand out in the air and starts shadow boxing. She's full of vigor. The air sway with Adu's punches. It's decided then. Why don't we go to the place closest to the presence first? Right. Then, let's move out. Adu, please. Dishu Pow and Adu transforms to dog mode once again. I climb on Adu's back again. Zaza. We move out.